We're also learning more about the shooter in this horrific massacre. 19-year-old Nikolas Cruz, a former student at the school, expelled for disciplinary reasons and had been identified as a potential threat. Our chief national correspondent, Tom Llamas, is also there in Florida. He is outside the shooter's home with new details about his past. Good morning, Tom.
Robin, good morning. The police presence out here is getting larger by the minute. Just behind me, local police. We also know the FBI is here as well. The alleged shooter lived just around that corner here in Parkland, Florida. He lived with a friend and the friend's family. Now, in multiple interviews with relatives, classmates, and former friends of the alleged killer, they paint a profile of a teenager who was obsessed with guns and who at least once before threatened to shoot up his school. Now, just last night, a relative of Nikolas Cruz tells us he was adopted, but that early on in his life, his adoptive father passed away. And just months ago, Robin, his adoptive mother died a sudden and very painful death from complications brought on by the flu. Several students who spoke with ABC News say it was no secret. The teenager you see in this photo was dangerous and even threatened to kill.
He carried multiple guns. He showed me his guns.
Police described Nikolas Cruz as armed for a war when he allegedly stormed a South Florida high school. Senator Bill Nelson says the FBI informed him the alleged gunman had a gas mask and smoke grenades along with his assault rifle.
He had countless magazines, multiple magazines, and at this point we believe he had one AR-15 rifle. I don't know if he had a second weapon.
The 19-year-old seen here being taken down and handcuffed by law enforcement was wearing an ROTC maroon shirt, dark jeans, and combat boots when he was arrested. Former classmates who spoke with ABC News paint the teen as troubled.
About a year ago, I saw him upset in the morning, and I was like, what's up with you? He's like, I swear to God, I'll shoot up this school. And then I was like, yo, watch what you're saying around me. And then I just left him after that.
That student tells us he warned school officials. Cruz was eventually expelled from Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, the campus he would allegedly turn into a hunting ground.
He got in a fight with this one kid, and then from what I know, he wasn't allowed to bring his backpack because they found bullet casings in it.
Former classmate Joshua Charles tells us the alleged gunman tried selling him weapons.
He offered to sell me knives at some point. I just thought he was just, one of those kids who had one of those, he likes to have fun with objects like that.
Overnight, the FBI searching for clues in the Parkland, Florida home where Cruz last lived. And the focus this morning for investigators, any hint of a motive on social media.
We've already began to dissect his websites and the things that social media that he was on, and some of the things that have come to mind are very, very disturbing.
Experts tell us, judging from the shooter's age, his social media profile, and relationships with other teens will likely turn up major clues.
I guarantee you there is information out there that he was going to do this. That, when he acquired the firearms, if he did, or did he get them from home, but things he may have said on social media.
Students at Stoneman Douglas point us to social media pages they say belong to the alleged shooter. In the photos, Cruz is seen holding a pistol. Another shows an arsenal of weapons. Law enforcement sources say these social media pages are now being looked at.
I think everyone in the school had it back of their mind if anyone was supposed to do it, it was most likely going to be him.
Now, there was a social media user on YouTube who was posting comments with the same name as the alleged shooter, Nikolas Cruz, saying he wanted to kill different groups of people. Now, this morning, BuzzFeed is reporting that one YouTube user noticed this and alerted the FBI because one of the posts from the alleged shooter said, "I'm going to be a professional school shooter." Now, the FBI followed up, but it's unclear if it ever led back to Cruz. Robin and Michael?
They're still looking into that. All right. Thank you very much, Tom.